Hey, friends, it's Annique here, Mama 5. Welcome back. I hope you guys are all doing excellent. Today I'm going to talk to you about something I get asked about all the time. And being a mom of 5 kids, growing my own business from home, being a former middle years teacher, I love routine. I love the predictability of it. I thrive off of it. And one thing I know for sure, so do kids, so do children. And so something that has really helped me out is, oh my gosh, and this seems like such a simple thing. And I learned this years ago when I was a younger mom and still growing really building my business and growing at a time when I was really growing my business. Meals. It's like, really? We're going to talk about meals? Yes, meals. Like, what are you cooking for supper tonight? Do you know? Right now as you're watching this, do you know what you're cooking for supper tonight? And for me, we only have so many decisions that we can make in a day. And if you are a mom, if you are a business owner, if you have a career, whatever, it doesn't matter how many kids you have. You can have no kids. I remember driving home from school as a new teacher every day and being like, and by this time, and I worked like a little bit out of town, so I had to commute. I wasn't getting home till 4:30, and I'm like, what are we going to have for supper tonight? I had nothing put out. I had no meat thawed. I had no idea of what we were going to plan. And I kind of just bought groceries, every week, kind of had stuff on hand. But I didn't really have a plan for it. Huge life hack, mom tip for anyone, really. Plan your meals out for the week. And then do your grocery shopping around it. So this is what I would do. Sunday night, I would sit down. I still have my big old school mom calendar. I'm old school. I like a hard copy of a calendar, not on my phone. And people think I'm crazy, but that's just how I roll. And I'd be like, Sunday, what are we making for supper every night of the week? For sure weeknights. And then at the same time making a grocery list. What do I need? And there are certain things your family, and we will all get in those ruts where it's like we're on the meal, like we're having the same thing every Monday, every Tuesday. Like we get in a rut with our meals and we need to freshen it up. And I also feel like living in Canada, our seasons really changed up because we have like barbecue season. And then when it's winter, it's like we want more comfort food and like really hot food and like things that have roasted on the oven all day. And so it kind of changes that way. But I made a big list initially of like all the stuff everyone likes. Here's the other thing. I'm not a short order cook. I have never cooked different food for all of my kids. That also will help you not have picky kids. And I've had people ask me like, do you have picky kids? I have kids that are pickier than others, and I have some that are easier eaters than others. But here's what I know, especially when they were little, you have to keep having your kids try those foods before they're going to love them. So just because when they were 3, they were like, look, I don't like avocado. Don't be like, well, little Johnny doesn't like avocado, so we're never going to try that again. You have to keep exposing them to those foods. And usually little kids like things very separate, right? Like they don't want chili because it's meat and beans and tomatoes and there's everything. They don't like that because they don't know what it is. Where older kids are more apt to that. They'll open up. Their palates will change as they get older. So keep trying the different foods and keep offering it to the kids. But I started making the plan Sunday night. And then I literally had the same day every week that I would do groceries. That has changed now that my kids are older. But when they were little, I really had to plan things strategically. And I had to be a lot more structured with my days and my evenings and when I did things. Now, it actually was better back then because now it's like, I've gone all day, I've gone all week to do that. And then all of a sudden you're like, stuff doesn't get done like it did when they were little. Because I had to do it when I could. Now I have a little bit more free time because not everyone needs me to do up their shoes and their seatbelts anymore or wipe their bums. Thankfully, none of them need me to do that anymore. So choose your meals on Sunday, write out a list for each night. And I just did supper time, dinner time, the evening meal. I didn't do my mornings. Lunches and breakfasts were they're usually kind of similar. But my evening meal, I tried to change up. And then there could be a leftover night because what you're going to see. And then I also write, this is the teacher in me, I write in pencil because sometimes things get changed around or all of a sudden, grandparents come to town and we're going out for pizza or whatever, things change. So I would write in pencil, but I had all that food on hand. So when I woke up Monday morning, I didn't have to go, what are we having for supper tonight? And I look at my husband, what do you think? Oftentimes we'd look at each other at 4 p.m. and be like, do you have ideas? And so now I can look and be like, oh, we're having, chicken and rice and asparagus. And guess what? There's frozen chicken in the freezer. I just pull that out. It's going to be ready for the evening. I have asparagus because I'm prepared. I'm not running to the store, which also saves times every day of the week. I have things ready and prepped. I don't do meal prepping necessarily, but I have what I need for those meals. I have it planned and I have the ingredients on hand. Best tip, I promise you, try it, do it for a few months. The brain power that we spend on figuring out what we're going to have for dinner each night really does take up a lot of space in our head. And when that can be cleared out and we don't have to think about it, you're going to find yourself being way more efficient and getting way more things done. I hope this helps. Until next time, we'll see you guys then. Have a great day.